These are the best tricks from 2024. Hey everybody, Nick from Penguin Magic here, and I have a crazy job where I get to see every magic trick that is released, and I made a list of my top 10 favorite tricks that came out in 2024. There was a lot of great magic this year, as always, and I'm excited to highlight some of my favorites. So let's get started with number 10. Coming in at number 10 is Liquify by Tobias Dostal. This is a wildly visual trick where you have a ring, you melt it down and then show that it's been melted by picking some up with your finger, this goop, and then it just visually morphs back into shape right in front of their face. It's an incredible piece of magic and easily one of the best tricks I saw this year. I had seen this live previously and it really blew my mind. What I didn't expect is I never really thought about how it might work, because if you've ever seen Tobias's tricks before, they all just seem so impossible. But the great thing about this product is the props that you get are actually so easy to use, and this, believe it or not, uses like classic principles of magic that you might already know. So this was a great trick that came out in 2024. Easy addition to my list, Liquify. At number 9, we have a trick called BABU by GRUM. Now, if you don't know it by its title, this is a nest of wallets where a borrowed ring vanishes and reappears inside a wallet, inside of a wallet, inside of a wallet. Now, this is a trick I'd seen before. However, when you see this performed in the video, it will fool you because there's certain things about it, if you know the other method, that you can't do with what is happening here with BABU. So this is a new method. You know, it's seemingly the same method, but it's a new kind of exciting method that's really good, really fooling. On top of all of this, the props that you receive with this trick are exceptional. The wallets are amazing. The secret about them is incredible. But then in addition, the silk that you get that will vanish the spectator's ring is one of the best I've ever seen that you could use. So if you need something to help you vanish a ring, that silk alone, I feel like it almost be sold separately because it is so nice. So this was a great trick with a great method and incredible props. I can't stress the quality of these props enough. So BABU by GRUM was a great trick that I purchased this year that I am going to get a lot of use out of. At number 8, we have Rattle Dice by Latorre, a great set of gimmicked dice that give the illusion of shaking 2 dice in your hand when in reality you only have 1. This is a great audio illusion style trick that allows you to do all sorts of cool dice effects where dice are moving from one hand to the other or vanishing one at a time from a table. You'll love this gimmick. It's literally a die that looks like 1 but sounds like 2 when you shake it in your hand. I was really excited when this came out, and it got a lot of great feedback from the community as well. So if you're looking for something a little different, some dice style routines, there's some good ones on there. So take a look at Rattle Dice. Number 7, we have Cheater Chips by Craig Petty. This is a set of gimmicked poker chips that are essentially marked on the back, so you will know the value of any chip from the back side of it while it's on the table. Now, that's not it. There is so much magic that is possible with these chips. It's crazy. It's a Craig Petty project, so there are tons of great routines. And I love some of the tricks that are on it. I, at first, just kind of got caught up in the marks and how amazing they were because you could just like see what the value of any chip was. But you quickly realize how many plots or routines are possible with poker chips. So instead of doing the 10-card poker deal with a deck of cards, you can now do it with these chips. Or instead of doing an ESP match with a set of ESP cards, you can now do it with these chips. And Craig has also put together some different style gimmicks that go along with the chips, allowing you to do some real miracles. There's a trick on there that has a multiple out ending. I believe the demo opens up with it, or Fool's Magic Belay. Fooled me when I saw it as well. It's such a strong trick. It's my favorite trick from the project, but it's one of, I don't even know, 375 tricks. It's not that many, but that Craig teaches on there. So you'll love the cheater chips. I love them. I can't wait to get some more reps on them in this upcoming year. Number 6, we have Tempo Elf by Mental Tom, which is a crazy title and tells you nothing about what this product might be if you didn't see it. This kind of snuck out this year and is really good. This is it's an electronic reel using invisible thread, but it's so small. I'm telling you, this little reel it's like the size of a bottle cap, and you can stick it anywhere you want. You can stick it to the ceiling or on the table or wherever, and it's on a remote, so you can retract the thread and then using a push button suck it back up. Now, if you on the project, you'll learn all sorts of crazy different tricks that you can do with it that I'm showing you here on the screen. But I love thread, something that I'm very comfortable using. This little tiny reel, when I first saw it, I couldn't wait to figure out what I wanted to do with it. If you work like a close-up table setting and you want to really add an impossible moment where something moves, this is incredible. It's a great option. Take a look at some of the clips here, and if this looks like something that you're interested in, it's very good. It's the Tempo Elf by Mental Tom. Number 5 is Inverto by Levanon, one of my favorite tricks of this year. It came out early in January 2024, so I get to perform it a lot this year, and it's the only card trick I think I have on my list here. Here's what happens. You have a card selected, you write your spectator's name on it, and they can sign the back of it, and you have them hold the card up. And you bring out your camera, and you introduce the flip filter, the one where you can kind of flip the image from normal looking to inverted, right? All while you're showing them the screen. So you show them the screen and then it gets stopped. You stop while the spectator is inverted on your screen, and you say, well, what would happen if we stayed here? Well, you'd be permanently inverted. And then the spectator turns the card around, and the card now is backwards, or even the spectator's name has been inverted by the camera. It's kind of a hard one to describe, but you see on some of the clips here. It's just a really fun trick to do. And you end up with this really cool video of your spectator reacting to the trick as well. So it's got really cool, like different type of reactions to it, because it's just such a wild style of effect. It's a good one. It's a really good one to perform. So Inverto, you can get it on Penguin Magic. Number four was an incredible trick from earlier this year. This is Pretty Penny by Michael John. I think a lot of you might have saw this, kind of blew up earlier this year. It was easily one of the tricks of the year. It was an impossible visual penny penetrating the bottom of a glass bottle that you can then give away. Incredible, incredible trick. This is what really made this trick so great was the method. The method almost felt like a new discovery. Well, it is a new discovery in the world of coin and bottle. And it's actually more complex than you think. It's not just one incredible discovery, it's multiple incredible discoveries that combine to make this look the way that it does. It's simple to do, and you get crazy visual moments out of it. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you've seen it here on the screen, but man, one of the most visual tricks I've ever seen, and one of the best methods that you'll learn, especially new method as well. So easy addition to my top 10 list here. Pretty Penny coming in at number 4. So before we get to my top 3 tricks of the year, I had some other tricks that I wanted to mention. I made a list of some that just didn't quite make my top 10 list, but they are very good and some things that I checked out this year. A book, we'll be talking about another book in just a second, but Slightly Absurd by Charlie Fry. I love Charlie Fry. If you've never seen Charlie perform, what are you waiting for? Go look up some Charlie Fry videos. But he published an incredible book of all of his magic. You can check that out on Penguin. Little Holes by Roddy McGee and Trick Trick Boom. This is crazy little like ink matrix on the back of a card. It's so good. Great trick. Easy Writer by Franz was our new thumb writer that got released here during the Black Friday. The instructional video on that trick is top-notch, so if you ever wanted to thumb write, that's a great one. The Dr. Cyril Thomas every year has great tricks. He had 2 great videos you should check out. One is called Link King, which I don't know how he does any of this stuff. And then Rubber Blend, which was like a big project that he did earlier in the year. Both incredible downloads that should be on your radar. There's a great witch hand device called Espionage by Larval Magic. That's brought up to speed, up to date. And if you need a witch hand device, if you haven't previously been able to get one, that is an incredible one to look at. I really liked that product. Also, I'll save that one. No, I guess that's the end of my list. There's only one other thing I wanted to mention, and it's a lecture that hasn't come out yet. In theory, now maybe it comes out in early January, but it should come out here this month in December. Will be Gabriel Werland's live lecture where he talks about some of his green neck system. It was an incredible lecture. I pulled a lot from it. It's not out yet, so couldn't put it on my list, but it is coming out soon. So there you go. There's some extra tricks for you to take a look at before we get to our top 3. So now we're at my top 3 tricks of the year. And number 3 is a live lecture. This is Crazy Sam's Penguin Live. And I have it in my top 3 because this lecture has a ton of incredible close-up magic that you're going to want to do. Not only are the tricks in this lecture amazing, but it also includes Crazy Sam's Mind, which was maybe one of the biggest tricks that came out earlier in 2024. That's that trick where you place a Pringle on your hand and then mentally make it explode with your mind. Crazy Sam teaches it in this lecture, but he also teaches these wild cell phone tricks that I used, all year. Not only that, there's a crazy thing where he teaches you how to make smoke come out of your mouth, and just an amazing coin trick. There's so much great magic. The rubber band trick on this lecture is incredible. Everything is amazing. It's one of the best lectures I've seen in a while, and it was an easy add to my top 3. So get that one. Okay, coming in at number 2 is Notes from a Fellow Traveler by Derren Brown. Now, technically, don't kill me, it did come out in 2023. However, the majority of us were unable to get it until this year, and now it's freely available. You can get it on Penguin Magic. So Notes from a Fellow Traveler, I mean, look, if Derren Brown puts a book out about magic, we should all be reading it. I think we're all very lucky that Derren even has the time to write some of these things, because he's definitely in that position where he is learning things that just a lot of people will never have the opportunity to learn. So we're very lucky, I think, that he puts it down on paper for us, what he's out there experiencing. And Notes from a Fellow Traveler, if you are a stand-up performer or somebody that's working on an ongoing show, this is it's a book on theory, but really his thoughts. This is his journal from when he's touring around with his show in the COVID area, like just post-COVID era. So this is Derren's thoughts. He'll go to a coffee shop and write a journal entry and talk about different shows that he's just been through, and then also breaks off into larger topics that are very interesting to hear him talk about. Things like how to take applause or how to structure a show. These are all things that if you're working on any sort of magic show, you'd be doing yourself a disservice not at least taking a look at what Derren might have to say. He's also just a fun writer to read as well. So if you need a great new magic book to pick up, this is a killer one, and I think this would probably even span other genres as well. Not everything in the book, but I could also see it buying it as a gift for maybe a stand-up comedian friend or something like that as well. So great book, highest recommendation, Notes from a Fellow Traveler. Thank you, Derren. We've arrived at number 1. And if you've made it this far, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, so you know whenever we put out a new top 10 video or anything else here at Penguin. But my number 1 was an easy choice for me. It's Judah Gabriel's screen test. It's an incredible trick where you can basically tell somebody what their favorite movie is. So you have somebody think of a movie and they search for its reviews online. You start there, you have them think of a specific word within one of the reviews, and then you're able to just tell them what word they're thinking of. Then it goes a step further. You ask them to take a look at the movie's poster, and you're able to, you bring out your phone, you have like a doodle app, and you start to draw the movie's poster, and you get it exactly correct. And then of course, you're able to tell them what movie they've just thought of. What I love about this trick is it's essentially impromptu. You need nothing to do this trick. You need a phone, like your spectator needs a phone, but in some scenarios, you don't even need your phone. So you can really, this is almost on yours end, propolis mentalism, because who doesn't have their phone, right? So there's so many great things about the method of this trick. I don't have the time, or this isn't the time or place to even really talk about it, but the way this has been constructed and that it works is just brilliant. And there's so many extras that you get with the tutorial, and then also the online community as well, that it has just made this routine and product into an incredible piece of mentalism and easily a trick of the year candidate for me. You would love it if you picked it up on Penguin Magic, and if you do, make sure you join the online community as well. It's been a lot of fun working with everybody on there on some of their mind reading routines. So congratulations, Judah, and to everybody else on the list. This is a great year for Magic. On behalf of everybody here at Penguin, thank you for another great year. My name's Nick. See you next time.